Hey guys, welcome back to F1 Podcast. This video is all about the Codemasters game. There's been heaps of news in the last few weeks about Codemasters Max, and haven't we been loving it?
Oh mate, I noticed you've teased the guys with a few little videos of Codemasters and the like. Cannot wait. September can't come quick enough as far as I'm concerned.
Well, there was two things that happened. First of all, there was the article in the Xbox magazine and also the PlayStation magazine where the Codemasters guys posted some screenshots and gave some more information about the game. And then a couple of weeks ago now in London they had their reveal day, I think it was called, where people were invited to go and play the game.
We were invited as well, but unfortunately we live on the other side of the world.
We were invited, yeah. We were actually in contact with Codemasters. We're emailing back and forth with them a little bit, and they invited us to come along, but we're in Sydney and we couldn't get to London, unfortunately, Max. But what a fantastic thing for Codemasters to do, because obviously their forum has been going off for the last few years now, a year and a half or so.
Yeah. For sure.
And people have been posting their comments, which I just think is fantastic. First of all, you might not get what you want in the game, but at least there's a forum there for you to post your comments. And
as we know from doing this podcast, mate, you open yourself up to a lot of criticism all the time.
Absolutely, yeah.
And a lot of the stuff on the Codemasters forum has been pretty nasty. A lot of it's been very supportive, but that's what you get when you open up a public forum like that, and like we do on YouTube. But it's great to hear everyone's point of view, and we're a passionate bunch, us F1 fans, there's no doubt about it. And we all have our certain take on what we want in a game. I think Codemasters have listened to that. In fact, I think they've listened very well to that. And I think a lot of you will be very, very surprised with what they come out with.
Yeah, I mean, certainly from the screenshots that have been released, they just look fantastic. And then they released the game footage where you could see much more, what they've done. And I'm talking here about weather effects, I'm talking about crash effects, the graphics itself. Before you even get into the, the setups and the, whether it's how sim it is, just how it looks. It looks absolutely fantastic. They've done an awesome job. Check out our video from a couple of weeks ago where there's a link to the F1 Fanatic website, and there's a video there, and the lighting, the everything to do with the visuals of the game, Max. They've really got that right. Mate,
we've come a long way since F1 2006, haven't we?
Yeah, we have.
When you think about it, what these guys are about to provide to all of us F1 nuts is the likes of what we haven't seen before. And the interesting thing as well, listening to a lot of you guys' comments, or reading a lot of you guys' comments, is that the inevitable comparison is always going to be made to R Factor. Which in itself is, let's face it, pound for pound, one of the best motorsport games there is out there. So Codemasters have a lot to live up to, and I'm sure they've studied R Factor and the like. But I think you'll find that this game will be up there or thereabouts with R Factor. I'd like to think that it will exceed what we're used to seeing on R Factor. I think a lot of it will be customizable and the like. But I think you're in for a real treat with this game, and I can't wait to preview it. Yeah,
one thing you're going to get with R Factor, of course, is the downloadable content. So you can download skins to cars, you can download circuits, you can download old school cars and things like that. Codemasters don't necessarily need to worry about that because they have the license, and they've said that they're going to release a new game every year. So what you get in this game, the next year they'll improve and improve. So R Factor's basically an old engine where they keep updating it. You can keep updating it with new graphics and new circuits and things like that. That's not something that Codemasters need to worry about. And what they're worried about is the gameplay and how an F1 car feels, and how the track changes and how the weather changes. And Max, they've got Ant Davidson in their corner, which is fantastic. One of the legends of Formula 1. I've been waiting.
Thought you'd be happy with that.
Yeah, I've been waiting to get Ant into a video for a while now. So yeah, they've got him consulting on the game, and they've got a lot of passionate F1 people who are working on the game.
And that's a great thing, because the guys at Codemasters that are working on this game, they are passionate F1 fans. They're not some Johnny-come-lately who's come in and going, right, we've got to make a Formula 1 game.
Yeah.
These guys are serious F1 nuts,
Absolutely.
which is great for us because they intrinsically know what we want anyway. They've listened to you all, they've read all the posts on their forum, and I think I have no concerns actually. I think they're going to pull out a cracker of a game. Yes, some of it will be arcadey for those people that just like to pick up a game, a Formula 1 game, and go, you know, full pelt. That's fine. For the rest of us that are interested in, you know, damage and changeable conditions and the like, i.e. the sim races amongst us, I'm sure I know we're going to be catered for as well. So I think we'll have something for everyone.
Yeah, absolutely. At this stage, they're saying that there's two things they're going to be missing, if you want to call it that, missing from the game, Max, and that's safety car, the first one, and formation lap. But they've said that they're going to get those in for the next release. And for me, that's not a deal breaker. I'd love to have a safety car. I'd love to have someone to have a shunt,
sure,
and see a car buried into the wall and say, okay, the safety car's going to come out. How am I going to adjust my strategy? I'd love a formation lap to get prepared for the race and warm my tyres and things like that. But is it a deal breaker? No, it's not.
And it's coming, as you said. It's coming in the next iteration of the game, so, you know, all is not lost.
Yeah, and there's some rumours that those things may get into the game. We'll have to see. I mean, we're looking now, and this has been another point of conjecture, Max, is about the release date being September, so we're about 6 months away from release, and you know, I'm the most impatient bastard in the world.
He is, trust me.
I am, and you know, I've been playing F106 now. Oh, Max, who's that? Is that Bernie?
Yeah, it's Bernie.
You know, I've been playing F106 now since forever, and I want this new game to be here now. I want to play it today, but you know, I'm quite happy. I want Codemasters to get it right.
Yep.
And you know, if I have to wait 5 months, then so be it, mate.
Yeah, and look, we're all a little bit disappointed. Is probably a nice way of putting it when they announced that they were pushing it back. But I think the general consensus amongst us fans was, well, we'd rather than put it back and get it right than release it earlier and have some bugs in it or have not quite the finished product. And let's face it, we could still pump around in F1 2006, as I'm sure we've all been doing on the odd occasion anyway.
Yeah, or R Factor or whatever your F1 game of choice is, you know. You know, I just think it's going to be worth the wait. I really hope so, and I've got a lot of faith in these guys.
I have total faith in these guys. I'm sure they'll do a fantastic job, and I think we'll all be quite surprised by it. But really looking forward to September.
Alright guys, well as always, let us know your comments. I'm sure that Max and I will be doing more videos on Codemasters as it gets closer, and you know, the forum's buzzing, so I check it every few days and just see what's happening. So check out the Codemasters forum as well, because there's heaps of information there. Leave us your comments and let us know what you think.
Alright guys, we'll see you next time.
See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.